Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday night. It's been kind of a rough few days for me, health-wise. My breathing kind of took a turn earlier today, and it kind of made me really irritated. It took me a little while to figure out that that's why my mood was so bad. But feeling a little better after breathing treatment. Might have to take another one though. It's still kind of, my chest is still feeling kind of heavy, tight, itchy, scratchy. Anyway, I finished my first little cotton purse. Such as it is, it's a hot mess, y'all. But it was my first time, and so it's lopsided and wonky. But you know, it is what it is. I kind of winged it, and I didn't go doing any counting or anything like that. And I used my loom to do a stitch on the loom. I don't know if how many of you are loom knitters, but there's a stitch called Owl Eye, and I did a little quick tutorial of it like last year sometime. I'm sure the video is still on here somewhere, but it's a very quick stitch, and so I was able to get a very long handle pretty quickly. I did that. This took me maybe an hour to do this handle with my little round loom, but it does a quick little flat panel. It gives you really nice edges, and so and then I just sewed it to the inside, one of the inside seams on each side. I just sewed it to, put it in there. Did a little, I did it like I did everything else. I held it in there and, used my hook and single crocheted it in there. So that's how I did the whole, I'll pull it inside out so y'all could see. But this is how I did everything. I held it together and just single crocheted everything together a certain way. But I've kind of learned as I went, so my next one will probably be better looking. But this is it inside out, so it looks kind of worse. But when I do laundry in the next few days, I'm gonna go do laundry, and I'm gonna put it in the wash with some fabric softener, but I'm not going to dry it. I'm just going to let it air dry. I'm going to lay it out, just kind of lay it over a chair or something when I get home and let it air dry, and see if I use cold water on everything, because I don't use hot water on my clothes. But so we'll see how it turns out. I know I used fabric softener on the wrap that I did a while back when I used Red Heart. I need to show y'all that, but I forgot. It's in my room down the hall. But the wrap that I did in the Red Heart, I forget what color that was, but it was the rectangular wrap that I did. And I did it, I took it and I washed it with fabric softener, and then I just gently dried it. I just dried it for about 10 or 15 minutes. And the fabric softener stretched the stitches out just a little bit, and relaxed everything and made it appear longer. And it made it so squishy and soft. And it was just wonderful. It was just really, really wonderful. Turned out wonderfully. And I don't know, I really liked how it made it turn out. So it made me very happy. So obviously Red Heart turns out fantastic after a wash with fabric softener. Of course, I know a lot of people don't like to have to wash something with fabric softener to get that result, but I don't mind. I love the colors of the yarn, and I love how it works up. And so to take that extra step to get the result that I want is not a big deal to me. So those of you, I mean, some people just don't want the hassle, and that's fine. But I'm willing to work for it if that's what it takes, because how it turned out was just like a high-end yarn to me. It felt, after I washed it in that fabric softener, it felt like a high-end yarn. That's how wonderful it felt. So that was good enough for me. But anyway, this is our little purse, and it's pretty good little size. And I think after I wash it, it'll maybe straighten out a little bit. But if it don't, that's okay. But I did use fabric glue, so it's got several little hard places. Because I was a little bit more generous with the fabric glue, because it was a purse and not an item of clothing. So and I didn't, you know, I'd use fabric glue on things, but usually it's just the teeniest tiniest of drops that you would never even know that I used it. So, you know, it just don't, for my own little paranoid peace of mind, because I have more than a healthy share of paranoia, and that's due to PTSD. So I didn't know if y'all knew that or not. I do suffer from PTSD due to things that happened to me when I was younger. And so I'm always fearful of tiny things that no one else has fear of. So I don't know why, but I've been working on some little squares, like this little square here. And I don't know where I put them. I thought I put them back in here. And a couple of little squares of these. And this is that Big Twist cotton yarn that's like 85% cotton and 15% polyester. And so this one will be, this will be the next purse. And these colors here, because of course turquoise is my favorite color, and pink is one of my favorite colors. I like pink too, but I think this is like a stonewash color. You know, it's not quite a solid color. It's more like a stonewash look. So, but it's still really pretty. So I've got 2 of these so far, and then I'll because my other squares were like instead of doing like a chain 2 space, you know, I'm doing a chain 3 space on the corners of my square. Those of you that do granny squares, you'll know what I mean. And it made my squares a bit more lacy. So I don't know, more squared off and more spaced out. So, but I don't hate it. I like them fine. You know, if you look at these squares versus this one, you can tell that this one is much tighter than this one. Yeah, much tighter. So, but that's fine. You know, I like it better. I'll figure it out. I may, there was a video that one of you all has suggested by Ophelia Talks, and I did run across that video where she did a granny square bag, and I really liked it. And she actually did a lining to her bag, and it was a very simple bag she did, and it turned out really nicely. And it was very similar to how I did mine, but hers was very organized. And hers, of course, came out completely straight and nice, and mine did not. Because I thought I had to put a bottom on mine and all this kind of stuff that she didn't do on hers. And so my next one will be much better. But I didn't want to come online and show y'all what I've been working on. And I wanted to learn how to do some other types of granny squares, and I wanted to do some via pattern. You know, I bought this book. I don't know if y'all, it shows backwards to me. I'm hoping that it doesn't show backwards to y'all. Pardon me, I'm dry. This is water, but in my Yeti cup. But I bought this off of Amazon. Waste of my money. I tried this pattern for 3 hours. I threw it across the room. So this is supposedly a beginner book, and I've tried probably a dozen times to read patterns, and I simply cannot. So I've tried watching videos on how to read patterns. I've tried, everything that you can imagine to read patterns, and I can't read patterns. It's like I think I've got it. I'm looking at the definitions of the shorthand, and then I look at it, and then for some reason it gets in my brain, and I don't know how to explain it. It just turns, it's like algebra. and that's the one subject in school that I barely learned just enough algebra to pass the GED. When I got my GED back, right after, about a year after I had Will, my oldest son, and I got just enough of it down. There was maybe like 2 or 3 questions on the GED of algebra, and I had just enough of it memorized and understood to pass that portion of the test. And it took me 2 tries. And back then they charged you to take the test. They still charge you. I think last I checked, they charge more than ever to take the test now, which makes 0 sense. I don't know why you would charge people $200 to take an education, a high school equivalency exam. I don't understand why their people are being charged to take that test. I don't get that. I think that's highway robbery. And when I took it, it was $25. And last I checked, it was $200. And I just think it's wrong to charge people anything for it. But anyway, I digress. But this book, a waste of my money. It's laminated and spiraled. It'll go in a giveaway. If any of y'all want this book, if you can read patterns and you'd like to have this book, it's full of beginner stuff. If any of y'all want this, please let me know. I'll slip it in an envelope and I'll send it to you. I don't care. But I can't use it. Here's another one. It's got really cute stuff. All through it, it's got really cute stuff. I can't use it. I'll put that in an envelope and send it to somebody. Just let me know in the comments. I'll put my email in there, and you can send me an email and let me know. I'll put it in a big envelope and send it to you. I can't use those books. If you're a beginner, if you're a loom knitter and you'd like to know how to crochet and you want some beginner books, let me know. Those are beginner books. If you're good with written instruction, I'm not good with written instruction. I suck at it. I can't do it. I know I hate negativity on my channel, but I'm a big enough person to accept defeat. I accept defeat. I have to have tutorials. Tutorials I can do because I can rewind and play and rewind and play. And after about 2 or 3 hours, I've memorized whatever it is they're doing on the screen. And I've got it. And that's how I learn patterns. I can't learn patterns if it's written, because it just jumbles up in my head and it just confuses the fool out of me. I just can't do it. I can't. And knowing, I guess it kind of helps to know that Crystal at Bag O' Day can't do it, and that there's at least 1 or 2 other people that can't do it either. So at least I'm in good company, right? But I won't be writing patterns either. If I do anything, it'll be a tutorial. If I ever design a stitch or a garment or anything, it will be a tutorial. I won't be writing anything out because my brain can't compute that. And I'm not gonna no, if I wrote anything out, it would be in actual words, not in this shorthand that they call patterns. That's insane to me. That's just insane. Because that's supposed to be a beginner pattern, but it was written like Greek to me. It might as well have been algebra. And the algebra bent my brain so much that it gave me a migraine when I was trying to learn it for that test. I had migraines trying to learn that stuff. Ugh, no, no thanks. No thanks. They can keep their patterns. No thank you. I think I have at least one more pattern book around here somewhere that I bought, and it's got blankets in it. That'll probably go in a giveaway somewhere. I know it's on my tray. It's on my little cart over there somewhere. And I'm about had it with this cotton yarn too, so. It's been a banger few days. The heat has just baked my brain. It's been triple digits, and we're finally got a little break from it, thank God. But I made a little progress with one of the shawls today, the rainbow shawl. I pulled it over on the couch after it cooled off and worked a few rows on it. But Johnny made me some tacos, and we got some popsicles from the store yesterday, and that helped. Popsicles, people. That's how we survive in the heat. We've already went through a package of them. I'm glad we bought 2 packages of them. There was a reason why I bought 2 packages, because I knew the first one would go pretty quickly with the temperatures, but we need to do some stuff around the house tomorrow, so hopefully the weather will hold. It's supposed to be in the 80s, and that's really kind of cool for June and July, so it's supposed to be pretty cool in the next few days, and hopefully the air conditioner can keep up. I see you, baby. Axel's poking his head up under the table. Anyway, I won't keep y'all long. I just wanted to say hello and let y'all know what the little purse looked like, and that I'll probably be making another one. Hopefully it'll turn out better. Better than the first one. Your first one always turns out to look like a ugly duckling. But I don't know what it'll be used for. Probably just stuff around the house, hopefully. But I hope all of you are keeping cool. And I'm going to close this out and make a few more devotional videos before I take medication to go to bed. But I love y'all, and adopt, don't shop. Your best friend's waiting for you at the shelter. Y'all know they are. And I prefer people to adopt from rescues. I've been watching a show on HBO Max called Doghouse. It's from the UK, and they had this place called Greenhouse, and they show where they meet with people before they introduce them to dogs that they think that might fit their family or their situation or whatever. And it shows their journey to adopting dogs and getting these dogs that they've gotten into the shelter, rehabbed, and they get them all rehabbed and retrained and rehomed, and it's very heartwarming and warming, not worming. Heartwarming to see the little guys get good homes, and they don't call the their pit bulls over there. They call them Staffordshire Terriers. They don't call them pit bulls over there, so they call them Staffies or Staffordshire Terriers, and that's fine, but they're definitely pit bulls. And they're beautiful, though. They're really beautiful. And but they got some little scruffy dogs too, but it's wonderful to see them get good homes. And I just with all the negativity going on in the world today, I just had to find something positive to watch, and that was ideal. That couldn't have found me a better show to watch, other than maybe the Incredible Dr. Pol on Disney's Nat Geo. I love that show too. I'd like to meet old Dr. Pol. He's a awesome person. Him and his family, awesome people up there. I think it's Michigan, I think is where they are. But he's Dutch, and it's incredible. He's incredible. I think he's like 80 now, or close to it. And he's still going. Just amazing. Anyway, hope y'all have a good day. And don't forget to email me if you want those little books that I showed you. Otherwise, I'll throw them in a giveaway at some point. I won't just throw them away. I don't like to throw things like that away, especially if it could be good for somebody else. But if you're, needing beginner stuff for somebody, and they can understand the written instructions, unlike me, then let me know. I'll get a envelope and throw it in the mail for you. Anyway, God bless you. See you next time. Bye now.